Ray said she wouldn't write her third album until she fell in love.
My third album is going to be called And Then She Fell in Love. Not one single song is getting written until I fall in love.
It looks like Ray has stopped asking where the hell her husband is because she's found herself at Six Flags with Michael B. Jordan. The British singer Ray was spotted on a roller coaster at Six Flags with the one and only Michael B. Jordan.
Something unexpected is brewing in celebrity circles, and Michael B. Jordan is suddenly right in the middle of it. The actor and singer Ray have people watching closely after recent moments between them sparked serious dating speculation. Fans think they look ridiculously good together, but there's another detail making this whole situation even more interesting. Ray previously said she wouldn't release another album until she falls in love again.
Ladies, it turns out Michael B. Jordan is single after all. Fans were freaking out when they saw him and Ray spotted at Six Flags over the weekend. And I, for one, thought that they would have been a really cute couple.
Yes! Oh my God, so fun. Wow.
Now people are connecting the dots and wondering whether new romance rumors could eventually mean new music too. Michael and Ray definitely weren't a pairing most people saw coming, which might explain why the chatter has taken off so fast. Social media has been breaking down their interactions, their vibe, and every small detail that could hint at something more. Of course, none of that confirms they're actually dating, but fans are still asking the obvious question, could there really be something happening between these two? And just when the story was getting interesting, reports and online chatter started bringing Michael's ex, Lori Harvey, into the mix. Now the rumor mill has pulled Lori Harvey into the story, and that's where things start getting messy.
Sources tell TMZ that Ray is working on the soundtrack for a movie that Michael B. Jordan is also working on. Honestly, I was living for this though. I was like, girl said, where's my husband? And then ended up with Michael B. Jordan. I mean, whatever movie the song is going to be in, this was great publicity for it. I'm going to be looking out for anything Michael B. Jordan is in.
Online chatter claims she may not be impressed by Michael's rumored connection with Ray, with some people even suggesting she supposedly views the pairing as a downgrade. That's a pretty bold claim, especially since Lori hasn't publicly confirmed anything like that. The internet can take one random whisper and turn it into a whole celebrity feud overnight, so this part definitely needs to stay in the speculation category. Fans, meanwhile, have plenty to say for themselves. A lot of people think Michael and Ray would make a seriously stylish, good-looking celebrity couple, and that's helping these rumors move crazy fast. It also has people digging up old conversations about Michael's dating life and somehow putting Lori back into the mix. But Lori and Michael ended their relationship back in 2022, so why does her name keep getting dragged into every new dating rumor surrounding him? Some fans are reading the situation as a little salty, but unless Lori actually speaks on it herself, that's still internet talk rather than fact. Then came something fans could actually see for themselves. Michael and Ray were reportedly spotted at Six Flags Magic Mountain, just outside Los Angeles, only a few days ago. Footage circulating online appeared to show the two sitting side by side on a roller coaster, smiling, looking relaxed, and seemingly enjoying each other's company while waiting for the ride to take off. And once that clip started making the rounds, people immediately began studying their body language for clues. That quick roller coaster moment was all social media needed to start playing detective. Fans immediately began shipping Michael and Ray, saying the two looked surprisingly cute and comfortable together. But before everybody turns one Six Flags sighting into a full-blown romance, there could be a much simpler reason they were hanging out. Reports have suggested that RAYE may be spending time with Michael because she's reportedly working on music connected to one of his movie projects. So while fans think they're catching romantic chemistry, there could be some real business happening behind the scenes. Nobody seems to know exactly which feature film Ray could be contributing music to, but Michael definitely has a packed schedule. He's connected to several major projects, including a remake of the Thomas Crown Affair, Rainbow Six, and the upcoming Miami Vice 85. His production company, Outlier Society, has also been linked to projects, including I Am Legend 2 and Creed 4.
People were freaking out this weekend because Michael B. Jordan and Ray were seen together at Six Flags. Maybe they're just hanging out, or maybe it was a date.
I love an amusement park date. Like, I think I'd be thrilled if a guy, we were going on, like, we're in the early stages of seeing each other and we did a park date.
So fun.
Yeah, so fun. Get to go around, maybe play some games, maybe he wins you something.
I did see people laughing, being like, she summoned her husband with this song, and it was Michael B. Jordan.
Honestly, everybody's dream too, because I bet you a lot of other women out there tried to manifest their husbands while playing this song as well, and probably hoping it Also was Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, would be Michael B. Jordan, although there's only one, so.
With that lineup, there are plenty of completely normal professional reasons for Michael and Ray to be spending time together. Still, fans aren't completely buying the "it's just business" angle. Maybe they really are discussing music or working together creatively, but people online have one obvious question. If this was strictly work, how did the hangout apparently turn into a Friday afternoon at Six Flags? Sitting together and riding roller coasters. Business meetings come in all forms, sure, but that detail has people looking at this situation a little differently. And that's the detail pushing this story from a possible work connection straight into celebrity dating territory. Fans keep pointing out that Michael has worked with plenty of talented women throughout Hollywood, from actresses and directors to producers and musicians. Yet those collaborations don't automatically spark romance rumors every single time.
They were just spotted at Six Flags Magic Mountain in LA, riding multiple rides together. One video going around of them sitting on a roller coaster, chatting before it takes off, and another photo of them on a separate ride looking very comfortable together. So naturally, now everyone thinks they're dating.
People aren't linking him romantically to every woman he works with, so some fans believe there's something noticeably different about the vibe between Michael and Ray. Still, chemistry spotted through a few clips online isn't proof that they're actually together. A relaxed afternoon at a theme park could mean romance, friendship, business, or even a mix of work and hanging out. But once the internet thinks it has spotted a spark, every smile, conversation, and little interaction suddenly gets examined frame by frame. And with Michael and RAYE, fans keep saying that all the laughing, chatting, and sitting side by side at Six Flags didn't exactly look like your typical 9-to-5 business meeting. That doesn't mean a romance is happening, but it hasn't stopped people from studying every second of the footage. Even body language commentators have entered the conversation, giving their interpretations of what those interactions might suggest. One commentator in particular, Inbal Honigman, said, "Rhea's body language is excited, victorious, and even a little bit in awe of Michael B. Jordan's presence beside her. He struggles to match her vibe. She's seen throwing her hands in the air, muscles tense, straight upwards into the sky. It is like a victory dance, intense and joyful, and her upward stretched arms are welcoming and open. She's throwing her whole heart into the move." In comparison, Jordan's arms are raised more tentatively as he twirls his hands creatively. He's there and excited, but not in the same way Rhea is. The commentator described Michael's reaction as happy too, but noticeably more controlled and guarded. She continued, "He's a little shy, perhaps because he knew people could be watching them." Of course, body language analysis is still interpretation, not solid evidence that romance is happening. But once fans get details like these, they're going to break them down from every possible angle. Then another reported source pushed the speculation even further, telling People magazine things are new between them. Ray tells friends that Michael is her type and that he is warm and kind, end quote. If that report is accurate, it's easy to see why fans are paying even closer attention to this unexpected connection. At this point, some people online aren't treating the Six Flags sighting like a basic work meetup anymore. Between the theme park outing, the playful energy fans believe they spotted, and that reported comment about Michael being Ray's type, social media is starting to wonder whether a genuine crush could be developing behind the scenes. That's still speculation for now, but every new detail seems to give internet detectives something else to analyze. But before this gets labeled some major Hollywood love story, neither Michael nor Ray has publicly confirmed that they're dating. Right now, people online are catching a vibe from their interactions and building theories around it. Then the conversation took a much more personal turn because internet detectives started digging back through Michael B. Jordan's dating history and reopening an old debate that has followed him for years. One familiar comment quickly resurfaced, with some users saying, "See? He is never beating those allegations about only liking white or light-skinned women. Ray has a mixed-race background with Ghanaian, Swiss, and English heritage." And that sent parts of social media into another heated discussion about whether Michael supposedly has a particular dating preference. But that's where the speculation gets shaky. Looking at someone's rumored or confirmed dating history doesn't automatically prove that they choose partners because of race or skin tone. And internet theories shouldn't suddenly become facts just because they're repeated enough times. Claims suggesting Lori has supposedly made similar comments also remain unverified unless they come directly from her. Even so, fans haven't dropped the topic. Instead, they've started pulling old celebrity rumors back into the spotlight, searching for anything they think might support their theory. Long before the latest RAYE rumors, Michael's dating life was already getting picked apart online. Back in 2014, he was rumored to be seeing Catherine Pies after the two were photographed looking comfortable together on a jet ski. Then, in 2015, his name was linked to Kendall Jenner, kicking off another wave of speculation. Neither rumor proves the broader claims being made about Michael today, but social media has still dragged those old stories back into the conversation. Kendall actually faced plenty of criticism at the time because some fans wanted to see Michael dating a black woman. Michael later addressed the larger conversation around interracial dating in a September 2015 interview with GQ, saying, "A lot of black fans were feeling like, oh my God, he should have been with a black woman. And that whole thing, I get it. But on the other hand, it's like, relax. You know, it's 2015. It's okay." He went on to say that people can be attracted to each other without necessarily sharing the same background or culture, making his position on the debate pretty clear. But that didn't make the internet conversation disappear. By 2018, the topic came rushing back after videos reportedly surfaced showing Michael celebrating New Year's Eve with Ashlyn Castro, who reports described as having Latina and European heritage. That's when the online reaction got especially intense. A boycott MBJ conversation began circulating, with some social media users accusing Michael of overlooking black women, while others pushed back against judging his personal relationships based on race. And the timing made that whole debate even louder because it exploded shortly before Black Panther arrived in theaters. Suddenly, Michael's dating life was mixed into conversations surrounding one of the biggest movies of the year, triggering memes, heated arguments, and plenty of pushback from people who thought strangers were making huge assumptions about his personal preferences based on limited information. Then 2019 brought another name into the rumor mill. Michael was spotted having a lengthy dinner at Carbone in New York City with French model Cindy Bruna. Reports claimed they were there for around 4 hours, which was more than enough to get celebrity watchers talking. Was this actually a date, a friendly dinner, or something completely different? Nobody outside that situation really knew, but once again, every small detail of Michael's private life was being put under a microscope. Not long afterward, Michael was reportedly spotted at a club in France, and that's when things got even messier online. Some reports alleged that security prevented 2 black women from entering his VIP area, while several white women were apparently inside. That sparked immediate backlash, but there's an important distinction here. Claims about what club security allegedly did don't prove Michael personally gave those instructions or even knew about them. The night drew even more attention when photos and clips appeared to show Michael getting especially close with a woman inside the club. Some viewers interpreted the footage as flirtatious, and social media wasted no time, turning those moments into another round of dating speculation. Then, another set of vacation photos gave the internet even more material to dissect. Michael was photographed traveling with a group that reportedly included several blonde women, and once again, some people online questioned why there appeared to be no black women in the group. By that point, though, Michael had already addressed different versions of this claim more than once, making it clear that he didn't believe the public had an accurate picture of his private dating life. In an interview with Essence, Michael explained that he and his family actually laughed at the claim that he doesn't date black women, saying, "It's so funny to everybody because it couldn't be further from the truth. My dad and my mom both said, if they only knew." That response showed just how differently Michael viewed the situation compared with the narrative circulating online. Michael continued that same thought, saying, "If they only knew, and that's the thing that keeps me not tripping about it. You know what I mean?" But even if he could laugh about some of the rumors, all that nonstop attention apparently started affecting how he approached being seen with people publicly. When a simple dinner, vacation, party, or casual hangout can instantly become a dating headline, every public appearance can suddenly feel loaded with assumptions. Michael explained, "It makes me hesitant about whoever I'm seen with. I'm finally starting to get to a place now where I don't care, but it bothered me for a minute. It made me more conscious of things I say and how I move and what could happen if I leave a club or a restaurant or the movies. If I leave anywhere, any known place with anybody, there's going to be speculation." Michael's own words showed just how much all that attention had started affecting the way he moved in public. But even after Michael pushed back against those assumptions, social media kept putting every woman around him under a microscope. After his relationship with Lori ended, some online commentators took things even further, floating a much more dramatic theory. that their relationship had supposedly been a PR move meant to change the conversation around Michael's dating preferences. That's a major allegation, and there's no solid evidence to present it as fact. Michael and Lori had a very public relationship, but people watching from the outside can't know what motivated either of them behind closed doors. The theory that Lori was somehow a temporary girlfriend brought in to clean up Michael's image remains internet speculation, not confirmed tea. The same applies to claims that Lori is supposedly still upset because she felt used. Unless Lori directly says that's how she feels, people online are basically filling in the blanks and building a whole storyline from assumptions. And that takes us straight back to their actual relationship, because Lori was easily Michael's most public romance. The pair were first linked in late 2020, and by January 2021, they made things Instagram official. This wasn't some blurry picture situation either. They openly posted each other, celebrated special moments together, and gave fans a rare glimpse into a part of Michael's life that he had previously kept locked down. And that's exactly why their breakup hit social media as hard as it did. After roughly a year and a half together, reports surfaced in June 2022 that Michael and Lori had officially called it quits. Different sources offered different versions of what supposedly happened behind closed doors, with some reports suggesting they simply weren't on the same page about where the relationship was heading. That's where the timeline gets more interesting. Michael later opened up publicly about experiencing his first major breakup as an adult, while Lori continued moving forward with her own life. But the internet never really stopped connecting the two. Whenever Michael was spotted with someone new, Lori's name somehow popped back into the comments, and whenever Lori sparked dating rumors, people would drag Michael right back into the conversation too. So, with RAYE suddenly entering Michael's orbit, social media detectives are digging through that old relationship once again. But the idea that Lori must secretly be bothered doesn't exactly line up with everything that happened after their split. There's another major part of her dating history that puts a different spin on this whole salty ex narrative. Lori clearly didn't stay stuck in 2022 waiting around for Michael. After their breakup, she was later linked to actor Damson Idris, and their relationship became public enough to show that Lori had moved into a completely different chapter of her own dating life. So this picture of Lori sitting around waiting to react every time Michael is spotted with another woman doesn't really match what the public has actually seen from her, but celebrity breakup culture gets messy fast. Once two famous people have a serious public relationship, fans can turn everything that happens afterward into some imaginary scoreboard. Who moved on first? Who looks happier? Who supposedly won the breakup? Suddenly, two people living separate lives get treated like they're still competing years later. And now that RAYE has unexpectedly been linked to Michael, Lori's name is getting dragged right back into a situation she hasn't publicly claimed any involvement in. That's exactly why those alleged comments about Michael downgrading deserve major side-eye. Unless Lori actually said those words herself, attaching them to her isn't fair. Anonymous claims, random social media posts, and recycled celebrity gossip can spread crazy fast, especially when three recognizable names are caught in the middle. There's another detail that makes the jealous ex storyline even harder to automatically buy. Lori has previously spoken about dating on her own terms and figuring out exactly what she wants from relationships. That doesn't necessarily sound like somebody spending her time keeping tabs on an ex. Michael has also talked about becoming more comfortable navigating his personal life after their split. So maybe the more interesting question isn't whether Lori approves of RAYE, it's why the internet immediately decided Michael's rumored new connection somehow needed Lori's reaction attached to it. And when you start tracing where some of these claims actually came from, the whole story gets way more shaky. Celebrity gossip moves ridiculously fast, and one random post can get copied, reposted, and repeated until people start treating it like an official statement. That's especially important here because there doesn't appear to be any confirmed public statement from Lori saying she's upset about Michael and RAYE, or that she considers RAYE a downgrade. Without Lori saying those words herself, or a reliable named source backing up the claim, that part stays firmly in rumor territory. Lori has already shown that when she wants to speak about her personal life, she can speak for herself. In past interviews, she's discussed relationships, boundaries, and becoming more careful about what she shares publicly. So if she's staying quiet while the internet creates an entire reaction for her, that silence shouldn't automatically be twisted into jealousy. And RAYE is getting pulled into a messy storyline that barely has anything to do with what she's actually accomplished. She's built a major career, collected huge awards, and earned attention through her music. reducing her to Michael's rumored new girlfriend, or using her appearance to rank her against an ex, completely misses the bigger picture. Instead of simply wondering whether Michael and Ray might be getting closer, parts of social media have turned this into a competition between two women who haven't publicly announced any rivalry at all. But there's still one detail keeping the dating theories alive. Michael and Ray weren't spotted at some packed industry event, surrounded by executives, cameras, and red carpets. They were spending time together at a theme park, far away from the usual red carpets and industry events. Add in reports that Ray apparently described Michael as her type, and it's easy to see why people are wondering whether a possible work connection could be getting a little more personal. And if something is developing between them, keeping it low-key would actually make plenty of sense. Michael has already spoken about how uncomfortable non-stop speculation can make him, while Ray has generally kept the spotlight centered on her music instead of turning every private moment into public content. Neither of them seems eager to jump online and explain themselves just because social media wants instant answers. There's also a much simpler possibility. Maybe they're just getting to know each other and haven't put any label on it. Two people can work together, hang out afterward, have fun, and enjoy each other's company while still figuring out what that connection even means. That's not nearly as dramatic as instantly crowning them Hollywood's newest power couple, but it's definitely more realistic. Still, there's a reason fans are especially locked in on Ray. She's previously been open about how deeply love and heartbreak can influence her songwriting. So, after her comments about not releasing another album until she falls in love again, footage of her laughing and having fun beside Michael was always going to get people connecting dots that may not even connect yet. And if there really is a new spark behind the scenes, people are already wondering what kind of music that chapter could inspire. Ray has never been afraid to turn messy emotions into powerful music, while Michael is juggling acting, directing, producing, and several major projects. So, if they genuinely enjoy being around each other, their personal and creative worlds could naturally overlap without this needing to be some carefully planned publicity play. But before social media starts designing their matching red carpet looks, Michael's relationship history gives us another detail worth watching. His romance with Lori wasn't important just because everybody knew about it. It also showed what Michael looks like when he's actually comfortable letting the public know that someone matters to him. Once Michael and Lori decided to go public, there wasn't much detective work required. He posted photos, openly acknowledged their relationship, and shared moments that felt much more personal than some random celebrity sighting outside a restaurant. For someone who had previously spoken about protecting his private life, that was a major switch. It showed that Michael isn't completely against sharing a relationship publicly when he feels comfortable doing it. And that's exactly why this situation with RAYE currently feels different. So far, there's been no official couple announcement, no romantic social media post, and no direct confirmation from Michael or Ray. What fans actually have is a theme park sighting, reports suggesting there could be a professional connection, and unnamed source claims hinting that some personal interest may also be there. That's enough to make people curious, but not enough to stamp a relationship label on them yet. Right now, there's enough smoke to keep people curious, but nowhere near enough evidence to write Michael and Ray's relationship status in permanent ink. And there's another twist making this whole situation interesting. Michael knows better than most celebrities how quickly one innocent photo can become a full dating storyline. He's literally spoken about becoming more conscious of who he's seen leaving public places with because people immediately start assuming something romantic is happening. So if Michael and Ray were seriously trying to keep a romance completely under wraps, casually showing up together at Six Flags would be an interesting choice. But maybe that's exactly why the sighting shouldn't automatically be treated like some secret date. If they're friends or collaborators, they may not have thought there was anything worth hiding. And if they are quietly exploring something more, maybe neither of them feels the need to turn a simple day out into some undercover mission. Either way, Michael's past comments make what happens next almost more interesting than the original sighting. If this connection eventually follows anything close to the pattern fans saw with Lori, people will definitely be watching for bigger clues like repeat outings, more personal interactions, or eventually, some kind of acknowledgement from Michael or Ray themselves. But when people claim this possible connection supposedly has Lori bothered, that's where the facts and internet tea need to stay separated. There still doesn't appear to be a verified statement from Lori confirming she's upset, judging Ray, or privately saying Michael hasn't changed. And that distinction matters because anonymous celebrity gossip can get twisted into a completely different story once it starts bouncing around social media. The theory that Michael is supposedly using a soundtrack project as an excuse to spend extra time with RAYE definitely sounds juicy. But there's nothing strange about two people in entertainment mixing business with a casual hangout. Still, that Six Flags sighting gave fans more than enough material to start asking questions. The smiles, the relaxed energy, and the fact that they were spending time together, away from the usual Hollywood setting, made this rumor way more interesting. And if there really is something developing between Michael and Raye, I'm here for seeing where it goes. They look cute together, their vibes seem natural, and a friendship or creative partnership unexpectedly turning into romance would be one Hollywood pairing almost nobody predicted. But until Michael or Raye actually confirm something, it's still speculation. So, what's your read on this whole situation? Are you buying the movie's soundtrack explanation, or do you think Michael and Raye could quietly be getting to know each other on a more personal level? And what about those unverified claims involving Lori? Is there anything real behind that chatter, or is social media creating a messy love triangle between people who haven't publicly confirmed any drama at all? Drop your take in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, like, share, and subscribe to Star Watch for more celebrity stories, rumors, and updates. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what comes next, and I'll catch you in the next one.